Hi there, everyone. This is Danielle Goheen, Managing Broker of the Danielle Goheen Real Estate Team. And this video today is really kind of a wrap up of 2018 real estate market, as well as where we headed for the 2019 market here in the King and Snohomish County areas of the greater Seattle area market. So currently, when I look at the data, what I can see is that things have shifted so that we have less units that have sold at this time this year compared to last year, and we have more inventory available on the market right now. So compared to what we had been seeing around the area of under 1 month of inventory in most areas. For King County right now, we have about 2.5 months of inventory. So what that means is, based on current supply and demand, everything would sell out in less than 2.5 months if no new houses came on the market. And so really, to be in a buyer's market, you would need to have over 6 months of inventory. And once you get maybe around that 6 months mark, maybe 4 to 6 months, maybe things would be shifting more to a fair and balanced market where it's a little bit more of an even playing field between buyers and sellers. And so we're actually still very much in a seller's market right now, although things are shifting. Our average list price to sales price has shifted and softened. Our inventory levels have risen, and certainly a lot of our terms have been more negotiable than what we've seen. So really, my feedback would be that we, as a buyer, these are the best conditions that we've seen in quite a while. It's been very tough to be a buyer in our market. The best locations and the best houses, those can still go for a very premium price and be competitive. And yet there's more opportunities for buyers to be able to negotiate on price or to not have to compete, to get a better price than what they could have gotten if they were competing, all those sorts of things. So there's definitely some more opportunity for buyers. For sellers, it's still a very strong market. It's a seller's market. The prices are still very good. There's a lot of demand in our area. Jobs are great right now. Tech companies are expanding. Unemployment's really low. Demand's still really high. But we definitely are feeling a softening compared to what we were, which it's just been such a crazy market for so long that even this strong seller's market feels a lot different compared to what we're used to. One thing I think is exciting about the current market that we're in versus even just last spring is there's more opportunity for contingencies. So for someone that wants to sell their house and upsize or downsize, there's a lot more potential to be able to negotiate the house that you want to buy, put your house on the market, and then close back to back. So that's kind of a cool thing that we can do in our market that we haven't been able to do for a while. Interest rates are still really low. Actually, recently we just hit a 1-year low in interest rates, which was really great, and things are always kind of fluctuating with that. But that's definitely one thing that we felt in the spring market when things did start to shift a little bit. And one of the questions I want to maybe answer is what kind of caused things to shift in the market. And there's a few things that happened. One of the things would be buyer fatigue a little bit, and pricing fatigue, and affordability, because we've just been seeing prices go up for so long. Also, with the interest rates going up a little bit, that does affect a buyer's monthly payment for affordability. And then we also got additional inventory on the market as well. So we had more choices. And there's a few other things that were going on around the same time. Not as many buyers coming from China, and a few other different, little things going on in the background that really just cause things to shift. Anytime things shift, people start to get a little nervous, especially anyone who maybe had a bad experience when we did have that market crash in 2007, 2008. It makes people nervous when they see things shifting, and they wonder, is the market crashing? And certainly we have a very, very strong, stable housing market right now. So while we are seeing a shift right now compared to what we've seen, we're by no means entering into any kind of a crash. And so what I would expect for this next year is that we're going to see a much calmer housing market than what we have seen over the last few years. There'll be more opportunities for buyers than what we've seen. We're currently still in a seller's market. We haven't yet shifted into that buyer's market yet, and yet currently we've been kind of trending a little bit more towards having that more inventory on the market. So that'll be certainly something to monitor. I would say most areas are probably going to see modest gains in appreciation this year, but real estate is always very much hyper local, neighborhood local. So even within our greater area, there's going to be a lot of fluctuation in what things are doing as far as sales and prices and things like that, depending on your particular home and your particular neighborhood. And so with that being said, I would like to remind everyone that our cornerstone of our client appreciation program is doing an annual home valuation for our clients. As your real estate advisors, we really care a lot about not only selling you your real estate investment, but also keeping you informed about what the market's doing and what your investment's doing, talking to you about strategies and the market and just what your investment's doing. That's actually really a big part of what we like to do to provide value for you even after the transaction. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, please feel free to respond to this newsletter via email, and we'll go ahead and get you on the calendar so that we can set that up for you. Any questions you guys ever have on the real estate market, don't hesitate to reach out, and we will continue to keep you updated on what's going on in the market. Thank you very much.